It 0 to 100k Shopify dropshipping challenge starts right now. Over the last couple of years, I've grown countless of dropshipping stores from 0 all the way to $100,000 within just a couple of months. I also run my own brand, which is making me anywhere from $500,000 to $800,000 a month consistently. But at this point, my life is on easy mode, working 2 hours a day, smoking cigars, a terrible shopping addiction. So the question came to my mind, what happens if I am, with all the experience I have, start dropshipping from complete scratch again? Would it be possible for me with my skill to actually make $100,000 with the business model? Or does it come down to luck? Let's find out. This is probably going to be a month-long challenge, if not even more. Getting to 100k in your first month is honestly unrealistic. So the first thing we're going to need is a winning product. And for that, we're going to be using Winning Hunter, which is by far the best software for product research. To increase our chances the most, I'm going to use my subscription so I can see all the data on the product that I'm trying to sell. Now for this challenge, I'm going to be using Facebook ads, as is by far the best advertising platform. For the filters, we're just going to find stores that have at least 20 active ad sets. And when it comes to the ad creation date, let's go with the last 30 days to make sure the product is new and apply it. When you do your own research, just copy these filters and you're going to find products that's actually somewhat proven to work. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to scroll until I find a winning product. I'm actually going to go ahead and also hit the dropship ads filter, just so we get products that is a little bit more relevant to what we're trying to do. And as you can see, we're starting to find a ton of products. Ideally, I'd like to find something that's kind of seasonal though. So obviously this one could be good for traveling, which is something people are probably going to start doing soon, but I got a feeling it's a little bit saturated. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll for a couple of minutes and then I'll get back to you. But even if the product is saturated, what we can do is we can sell to one country only. So this store right here is actually selling to Norway, which is the country that I'm from. And what we're going to do in this challenge is obviously to find a product that's already proven to work, just like they did here, and we're going to sell to our own country. So let me do the research and then I'll come back to you. Okay, so I think I might have found the perfect product now. As I said, I want to find something seasonal. This is a pipe unclogger. So the next couple of months, people are obviously going to be working at home and in rainy countries like the UK. And one of the reasons I like this product is, look right down here. They just scaled up the ad set amount like crazy. Last year around this time, they were running a couple ad sets for it, but it seems like they must have hit a winning product here because it's going straight up right now. They're running 212 active ad sets at the moment. So it's obviously guaranteed that it's a winning product, but I'm gonna try to see how many are actually selling this. But before that, here's how the product works, okay? You burst it inside of your pipes and it does this thing right here. Okay, so it just uses the turbo to clean it out fully. So what we can do next is we can come over to Magic AI and we can start searching in words. You can also upload a picture of the product and it's going to scan pipe unclog. Let's search for that and see if there are any competitors for this exact product. Okay, there is actually some stores that has been pushing this product really hard, but it seems like they're all running the same video, which makes me think that it's actually not that saturated, because if it was saturated, a million different videos will be made of this product. All of them seems to be selling to Australia and US and some European countries. I think I'm gonna launch this one to the UK, as it seems to be no competition there. Let's also search for pipe cleaner. No, even then it doesn't seem to be too saturated. So I think we might actually be onto something here. Another thing you can do on most of your products is actually to track the store and the ad performance. Here you can see a few of the stores I tracked in the past, but when putting everything together with the AI search, the fact that they're running 200 ads at the moment and just started scaling up, adding on top of that summer coming up, I think this product is going to be perfect for this challenge. So there's really no point researching any further. I'm going to try this product. Hopefully it's going to make some sales. I'm going to start now by designing the video ads and the product page. And also, as far as for what I have found, Winning Hunter is the only way to find these types of products. So if you want to give yourself a competitive advantage when starting and not have to waste thousands of dollars testing product, then you should definitely use Winning Hunter for your product research. I have a discount there, so why not? I'm going to give it to you as well. I'll link Winning Hunter in the description so you can get it as well. Okay, so we're back. I managed to find the product on AliExpress for around $8. When I connect this with my supplier, we can probably get it way cheaper, but we have many different options. I'm building out an advanced system for this, okay? So the checklist is simple. First thing we're going to need is we need to find a product. We've done that. Then we're going to move to video ad creation, build a store, and launch the ads. I'm actually going to show you step by step how I do all of this. So this video is going to be super educational. I'm already in the process of making video ads, which I'm going to show you very soon. But as far as for the angles, I'm making the majority of my creatives broad. I'm going to make 2 for winter. I'm also going to launch for fall season. So I've been all over TikTok, okay? Searching up content that can be relevant for my videos. I'm using these things as hooks. So I'm just going to a website called SnapTik. I downloaded TikToks. I mix it into my own. I'm also using a lot of ChatGPT to come up with offers. And that's exactly what I put here. Third offer is not working. I will give a refund. That one is risky, but we got to do what it takes to get the sales.
Cup of coffee, back in the game.
Second one is bundles and buy one, get one free. With this product specifically, it's going to be hard for me to come up with any crazy offers. But when I first found this product, I had a huge problem. There was no creatives available. I managed to use some of my creatives and I've been reusing this exact video, just chopping it up in different ways. I'm making videos, just compiling everything together, and I'm also going to cover their watermarks. And it turns out pretty good in my opinion. I just finished up this one like I told you. I put a little edit here. I'm gonna have to have my editor go over this and make it better. But first I'm gonna launch my own creatives. I think if I put in 2 more hours after the gym, it's going to turn out very good. So in short, I'm addressing the problem, okay? Then I'm introducing the product, how we can solve the issue instantly. Then I will be explaining how it works, or the video does most of the explanation. No more effort and get yours today, which is the offer I'm going to put on all of my creatives. So right now we completed the first part, which is find the product, and we're just finishing up the video ad creation. I always like to finish my videos before I do the product page, because the content I'm getting here, I can actually turn into GIFs and fill up to make my website more trustable. I'm going to use an old website of mine. I'm simply just going to swap out the product and create a better layout. So I guess I will come back on the camera once we have some progress. And being honest, I'm feeling very confident about this product. It's the perfect season. It's also a huge problem. And when looking at the Winning Hunter analytics and all over TikTok, seems like there's a high demand for this product. Okay, so I apologize for a late update. I got a little bit carried away while working, but we have actually made huge progress and this is turning out pretty good. So I've been all over TikTok searching up all kinds of weird keywords to find the best content for my product. And I managed to compile together a lot of ads that I consider to be pretty good. And just like the funnel says, I'm going for a couple broad, a couple for winter, and a couple for fall. So the first one we have right there is don't spend hours cleaning the gutters. So before I show you the ads, don't judge too much, because on this product, the content is extremely limited. I'm gonna work with what I have. So the first video is don't spend hours cleaning gutters, and then we had to come in with the pipe unclogger edit, then burst through pipes in seconds, release dirt, enjoy clean gutters. Okay, it's a very short video ad, straight to the point. I got this one as well, which I think is super relevant for winter, so I went to the winter colors as well. A hatchet on the ice in the winter, showing how the product works. Now these ads are a little tricky because it's actually not for gutters, it's more for like workers and stuff, but I'm actually come up with pretty good ads. I also went for another winter one that says iced out pipes suck, showing people who are doing the problem and how it fixes it. Now my best video ad when it comes to audience might be this one towards plumbers. That should have been a marketing angle itself. I think it's pretty decent. We are just so limited on content. Like all these clicks you see here on the left side are pretty much the same, but we still managed to get some decent ads. So I'm actually just going to go ahead and launch the product like this, and then we are going to have my editor make a couple new variations that I will show you. I have around 7 videos in total now. I think it's going to be good enough as we have many angles. Now moving on to the website, which I really want to show you. It's actually turning out pretty good. I got my own logo on it. Obviously, everything is optimized towards mobile. We scroll down on the website, you can see we're selling it for £29. It is a little bit expensive, but being honest, I think it's gonna work. I can't source it lower as well, like mentioned earlier. 3 check marks here. This is how I usually make my stores. It's with the Beautify theme, my favorite theme. We're going with orange color scheme. I'm gonna have to add a couple more pictures here, but besides that, we're pretty much done. Got the frequently asked questions might move down, but in short, we got power through any blockage, showing exactly how it works. Flood and fault is close, but you can fix it in seconds. That's actually going to be sprayed. Anyways, this is the layout that I'm going for on the store. It will be adjusted a little bit. The main question I ask myself when I build stores is, would I buy from this, and how can we increase the trust? I see so many beginners rushing out stores, but there are no trust on it. So for that reason, I'm always making up as many custom reviews as I can. Obviously, we got the Luke's reviews down here as well. We want to have these before and afters, okay? Because they're really going to show how the product improves someone's life. life. Now, being honest, you can just go on Google and search of the problem being solved. It might not really be that relevant to the product. Got this down here. I feel like the website is still not perfect, but it's under construction. I'm gonna launch it like this though and just improve it as I go, see the conversion rate. Overall, I will say it's a decent website, pretty basic, better than the average beginner's website for sure, but could potentially look better. For a low ticket product like this though, it's gonna be more than enough. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna head over to Facebook and launch the ads. And from that point, this video is going to be crazy valuable. Like what you have seen so far is just me building out the store, which isn't perfect yet. We are going to launch the ads. We're going to see exactly how our results are going to be. And then from there, we're going to make all the tweaks. I think this video is going to be crazy, okay? And I'm not stopping until we make sales. I even have some backup products that I will launch later this week that I'm going to show you in a second. But we need to get the ads up and running now before midnight, and then we can perfect our store and perhaps even change creatives tomorrow. So with everything being ready to go, it's time for us to launch the ads. And then we're going to see tomorrow how the results are going to be, and we're going to navigate from there. So I'm actually going to drive you through my ad strategy. I'm using basic campaign setup once. It's very simple. I go for sales. On this page, we're going to go for manual. Never use Advantage Shopping for testing. So when you come in here, you want to take Advantage campaign budget on. I'm going to be running a $50 campaign. There's no point spending more because it just doesn't optimize as well. Coming in here, I'm obviously just going to go ahead and select my pixel. For the events, I'm going to go with purchase. I'm going to scroll down for a date. I'm not even going to schedule the ads. They can actually just start running right now. I'm going to go with UK as a country. I'm going to run multiple campaigns. So like I'm going to force this to work to prove to you that dropshipping doesn't have to be a gamble. But for our first campaign out of many, we are going to go with United Kingdom, okay? Because now it's going to be rain there. It's going to be a disgusting season, perfect product. And here's what's crazy. I'm not going to touch any of this. You can when you scale, but I'm actually just going to go ahead and navigate over to the next one. So UK, schedule it to start right now, put in the pixel, and go ahead and jump to the next page. On this page, you're going to go with single image or video. I'm going to go to my creatives. I'm going to go ahead and upload one of them. Now for the creatives, I'm going to go ahead and upload my first video. I'm going to say tired of cloud together, so we got to experience relief in seconds. A modern way with less effort. Get yours now. Here we're going to do the bit.ly. I'm just going to go ahead and make sure the domain is approved first. And the rest, I'm not going to touch. The video ad is going to explain everything for us. Now when you come here, there's always going to be some errors. You can actually just go ahead and skip that. The ad doesn't have to fit everywhere because we are not going to push it there anyways. So here you can see one of our video ads. I think I may have shown you this already. This one is more towards pipelines, so I might actually have to tweak this. Tired of cloud type pipelines, we got you. As you know, in the funnel, we got 6 videos and 2 for each angle. So with that being done, we're going to switch to learn more to shop now. You always want to do that. You can experiment with headlines, but there's no need because the video autoplays and explains it all. Put in the website URL, shop now, quick text about the product. We're going to tweak this right after the upload. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go ahead and duplicate the ad, okay? And I'm just going to start filling in my video ads. So for each one of my ad sets, I'm going to have 2 video ads. So that's going to be 3 ad sets in total. Then we're just going to run another 2 to make it 5 with probably some of the same videos. So we're simply just going to go ahead and change the video. And for this exact one, we're going to go with the snow one. So now we have knocked out one of our video angles. We have also knocked out one of our pipeline angles. And as you see, it takes my Wi-Fi a bit of time to upload. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish the campaign setup, and then I'll be back on the camera. So after 5 minutes, I've completed my ad setup. So what we have is one campaign, $50 a day as the budget. We got 5 ad sets inside of them. And each one of the ad sets has different creatives. It just seems like it's kind of bugged right now. But as you can see on the left side, we got different creatives for each one of the ad sets. And then I'm running my favorite creatives a couple of extra times because I feel like they have higher potential. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to let the campaign run until tomorrow. We're going to gather as much data as possible, and then we're going to move from there. We're probably going to know which marketing angle that's working. So we're going to start scaling towards that one. I'm feeling confident in this product. I feel like my website was on top too. Let me quickly just go ahead and approve the domain, and the ads will be running soon. Okay, so I actually have an update on the store. We managed to make a sale. Now this sale for £29 came in yesterday actually. And the reason I missed the sale, as you can probably see, I've been sick. Anyways, we got a sale. We are not profitable. Let's have a look at the ads. Now getting a sale the first day of running ads is always a great sign. So if I make some tweaks, you might be able to get more. Now the problem is the sale was never fully tracked here, but the metrics are looking very good for a cold test. We spent $50 to get 70 sales on our site. If you look at the click-through rate, which I always talk about in my videos, we got a dominating ad set with 50 clicks, 60 cent cost for it. and 3.5 click-through. Okay, so the metrics are actually looking very good. We have a sale already, but we are maybe $25, $30 in negative. The thing with Facebook ads though is that you can always have a bad day. So hopefully it's gonna work, or I'm gonna have to test another product, which I already have prepared. But I'm gonna try my best to force this one to work. So let's leave the ads running and I'll update you in the morning. I don't know if you can even really see me now because I'm blinded. It's daytime for once, but I made a lot of changes this morning. So the first thing I did was a little bit of work on the website. I just felt like it didn't have that trust that I'm trying to go for. I added a bundle because I think it was $6 in profit yesterday. I decided to add a bundle. It's not the triple bundle, it's just like if you buy one more, you're gonna get 25% off. If people buy this, it is going to increase my order value a lot. And then at the end, I just added a couple more photo reviews because let's be honest, I was running with like 2 or 3, which is not enough. The next thing I did is I made a new campaign where I put only one ad set inside of it. I've been working like crazy on making video ads now so we can test a lot. And as you can see, inside of this exact ad set, I'm running 10 videos. So we started testing this product with, I think, 6 videos. Yeah, it was 6 videos. Now we are running a new campaign testing 10 videos because now in 2025, creatives is everything. It is ridiculously important. So we're gonna try to crack the winning creative. And as soon as we do that, I'm 100% confident that we will be profitable and scale to the moon. Other than that, one of our ad sets is actually starting to get pretty good results. So I'm gonna go ahead and scale that one right now. Other than that, one of our ad sets has started to get pretty good results. I'm gonna go ahead and scale that one right now, which should hopefully bring us a lot more sales tomorrow. And I'm also gonna duplicate it into a new campaign. We spend like $150 a day, so hopefully it will be profitable. All right, everyone, it's the next morning. As you can see, I'm pretty tired, but we have an update for the store. 3 sales sitting at $87. So it seems like the ads are working. I'm not gonna touch them until tomorrow and we'll see if we can get some more sales. But to be honest, this is a really good sign that the challenge might actually end up being profitable. Okay, I don't even know what day we are on in the challenge, but things are finally starting to look good. So as you already know, we started the challenge March the 6th. We got our first sale at 29 pounds. Then the next day we made 87, so that's gonna be 3 sales. Now, if we do the currency conversion, this is actually $150. Now, when we look at our ads manager for those exact dates, it turns out Facebook never missed a sale. It just took some time. So as you can see, we have 4 sales. We have 1 dominating ad set. We're just waiting for this one to reach 3 sales, and then I'm actually gonna start scaling it. So I'm expecting our store to probably get past $200 a day, maybe by the next update. Now, we spent $119 on ads, and as I told you, we made $150. That gives us $30 left. Now, with the AliExpress price being around $5.80, let's call that 6, including the shipping, that's gonna be $24 spent on the product, $120 on ads. That leaves us with a $6 profit. And the next things to do on the store now is gonna be to find a way to increase the average order value. If people could buy my product for, let's say, 35 to 39 pounds, this will become insanely profitable as we are currently only $6 in profit. As we scale, our cost per purchase will go down. Everything is gonna be more profitable, but I need to find a way to make people buy more. So I'm gonna try with bundles, and I'm just gonna do serious brainstorming now on how we can set up a good offer. And once that's in place, we might actually be running a profitable store. So let me jump into the back end and make a bunch of changes. I'm gonna try to lock in now and take this serious. You know, our goal is to make 100K with dropshipping from scratch and document everything. So I'll make that happen. Okay, 2 days later, and it's finally happening. The past, let's say, 4 days alone, we scaled up the store drastically from 230 pounds a day all the way up to 700 to today, 1,160. In US dollar, that's probably like 1,500. Things are looking phenomenal. It's crazy to be sitting here at 23 years old working on the thing that I love the most. Now, the way that I scale my ad sets though is ridiculously simple. Every ad set that does good, I duplicate into a new campaign and I put a ton of creatives under it. Now, this campaign didn't really work out in my favor, but I have one ad set, and inside of the ad set, I have 20 different video ads. I also just clone and duplicate every ad set that works into a new campaign and increase the budgets. But the reason we're up so much the last 2 days is because I scaled up the budgets a lot and took a risk, and it turns out it paid off. As you can see, we made 12,000 pounds. That's around $15,000. Sorry, I'm a bit shaky. It's in the morning, okay? The best day we had so far was yesterday at 3,000 pounds. The day before we had 2.6, and we just, scaled all the way up very aggressively. I also just got quotes from my supplier on the product, and it seems like we're able to source it a lot cheaper. But now I'm sure you're wondering how I managed to scale up like that so fast. And it was actually pretty easy. And if you implement this, you'll be able to do the exact same on all of your stores. So you know, the reason why some dropshipping stores die out, or you hit a winning product, it works for a couple of days and then it's over, it's because of creative fatigue. Every day you need to be testing new ones. By this time, like 2 weeks in, I've tested over 200 creatives. I know that's gonna sound absolutely mad. The next thing I've done is I've increased the budgets a lot. So I've been taking a pretty big risk. I think we're spending around $1,000 a day now. We're making around 3,000. It's relatively profitable. I do have one issue with the product, and that is the pricing of it compared to like how much it's worth. You know, my average order value is 32 pounds. I buy the product for around 4. If people buy the bundle, it's gonna be around 7.5. So the store is definitely profitable, but only by $4 or $5 on each sale. But once we get the new codes to the supplier, we will be profitable maybe $6. You know, it's crazy because the reason I bought this exact watch and I live in this exact like type of apartment is because I made a note on my phone a couple of years ago. I said, live in another city with money, right? So that would be like, you know, Dubai, Miami, LA, something like that. And it lastly said to have gold and white Rolex day date. But anyways, we got new quotes from a supplier. We got like 20 creatives going out today. We're testing with interest as well. So I'm gonna keep you guys updated on how it goes. And I think the challenge is coming towards an end now. And then I will do a full case study on exactly how I did it step by step as well next week. Well, that was fun as long as it lasted. Our Facebook account is banned now. I apologize for the shaking, but even worse is that we actually scaled up crazy. Yesterday we hit 1.5K pounds. That's almost $2,000. We really hit a winner here. So I'm gonna try to fix it somehow, but it is not looking good, man. So it's March the 30th and the challenge has come to an end. And let me tell you, the results are looking f***ing crazy. So here's the final result of the challenge. We have made 36,000 pounds. Not just that, we peaked at $3.8 thousand in one day. It crashed a little bit. You guys know we got banned right before this big pump. And today we have made $3.6 thousand. Now, just to show you, this in US dollars equals to $47,000. And I started this store like March the 12th or something. We instantly hit something. We did a couple of test sales over here, but we instantly hit something and it scaled very, very naturally. We got banned one day when I thought we were really gonna go big. Then we fixed the account and went to the moon. Not only that, you can see we had 19,000 sessions and 1,100 orders. That puts us at, I think, a 5.3% conversion rate or something like that, which is absolutely crazy as well. Average order value is obviously low because it's not a high ticket product. Some people have gone for the bundles though. Now I know the title says 0 to 100K challenge, but there's two things here. I need to post a video because I skipped 2 weeks to make this. Secondly, I think these results are more than good enough. Now, I'm gonna be very honest with you. I tested 3 products to hit this one. I just didn't film that. So don't expect when you start dropshipping that your first product is gonna make you 100K. I had to run through 3 products. I think that's relatively early though to hit a winner like this. And not only that, it's actually profitable. Let me break down the math for you. So for the ads, I spent $24,000. For the product cost, I got it for around $7 from my supplier. He wasn't able to source much cheaper unless I bought bulk orders, like multiple of them. So that's $7,800 just in product costs. For payment provider, I'm gonna add 1.50. It might also be 1%. We're not gonna count that. Whatever my profit is, just remove 1%, 1.5%. For the ads, as you know, we spent $24,800. And for Shopify apps, we spend around $120. I don't really care about that. Now, our expenses in total is going to be at $32,822. So let's first start by removing the product cost, 7,882. Let's remove 24,820 in ad cost. Let's remove $120 in Shopify cost. To see that our profit is 3.9. What? I forgot to do it in US dollars. $47,482. Puts us at $14,616. That's crazy considering that we just started to scale. I've not gotten any UGC content yet. I've not branded my product. I guess I just managed to time the market. Now that in the country I'm selling to, it's getting warmer, it's going towards spring, and many people have this problem. I have a good ad account too though, but 14,000, that's a lot. So I'm gonna keep working on this store 2 more weeks. Then we're gonna post a case study on exactly how I did it. I'm gonna get influencers on the team. I'm gonna try to brand it, even though honestly, I don't have really time for this. I'm gonna do my best and get back to you. Now, if you want to learn this from me personally, I have a mentorship program that is super successful. We have students go from 0 to making 20,000 profit their first month. Now, I'm not saying these are realistic results when dropshipping, but it does happen over and over again. If you want to work with me one-on-one and learn dropshipping from someone who's actively doing it, you can send me a message on Instagram right here. Now, doing this challenge was pain. I've been working like 16-hour days now just to do this store. I gotta be honest, I cannot keep it up in the long run. Maybe I'll give it to a subscriber, who knows? But if you like the video, I put a ton of effort into this, way more than I should, then just click a like. Maybe you can subscribe to the channel. It's gonna help you when you try to succeed with dropshipping. And I'll see you guys in the next video.